And guess what? Flowers played a lot of defensive tackle in the New England scheme, too. So, Lottie freaking da. All right? Comparison
Anyways,
stands. You are
you
vetoed.
rabbit hold that. No, you rabbit hold that when I was trying to get a different comparison. Hawk, I'm saying, was taken. He was a want instead of a need, and Allen was a need instead of a want. Allen
Not
would have been able
according
to
to
come
what
in.
they did in the offseason, is what I'm saying. That's not how they saw it.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Kennard has been injured as well, and there's been no one across the other side of the field from Flowers. They could have had two pass rushers. Instead, they went ahead. I mean, they already have Jesse James. That's what I don't understand. We haven't seen a bit of Jesse James. So I feel like Hawk needs to step up, or a lot of criticism is supposed to be coming his way. I wasn't a big fan of him in the draft. Jay knows that. But the Zona game, he looked good. And then it's been 5 weeks since, and we haven't seen anything. So that's the first factor, is that Hawk needs to step up and be worth that 8th overall pick. 2, their defense, their secondary is good. Their defensive front is good. But, man, that split right in the intermediate level, you got Kyle Rudolph, you got Thielen and Diggs that run crossing routes, out routes all day long. And Tavai and Gerard Davis are horrible in coverage. I think Detroit escapes it because of the fact that they're able to hold them and kind of grind with them for the whole game, but then go ahead and still win, like I said, either stalling them out or letting them miss the field goal. But I just feel that there's a couple weak points in Detroit that could turn it in Minnesota's favor, but we got to see those guys step up.
So you think
He's like a guy you could never get to crack. Ever. I'm over here just being goofy. Dillon, I know, is looking at the camera. I can see him looking at the camera. And he is just stonewall facing it. Like, just refusing. I'm not going to smile. Not going to do it. It's terrible.
not going to give you the damn satisfaction?
Ooh.
Oh, Jay. What do you think, guys? Shall we move to the next matchup here?
Oh, of course. Sorry. Just saw a meme about Pastor Wilson online, so.
Oh, God, I don't want to hear it.
Uh-oh.
Miss Parker!
All right. What's the next game? What do you got, Dylan?
All right, next up, we have a lot of points to be scored in this one. We got the Dirty Birds of Atlanta taking on those LA Rams. Rams favored by 4.5 in this one. Some injuries to watch. You have Todd Gurley with his quadriceps injury. He is supposed to play. Malcolm Brown, on the other hand, is doubtful with an ankle injury. And newly acquired Ram Jalen Ramsey. His back has miraculously healed up, and
Great
he is going
chiropractor.
to play in this one. Yes. Probably did the old acupuncture, maybe wave some incense around, and he's good to go.
Went to the same spa Robert Kraft did.
Oh, speaking of which,
I saw the video. That's what. Go to it. Go.
oh man, there is a new series on Netflix
Yes.
with Paul Rudd. The name of it escapes me right now, but in the series,
Living with myself.
there you go. Thank you, Jay. That's why we have you on. In the series, Paul Rudd goes to a massage parlor. I guess it's his first time going there. And it's one of those scenarios
Doesn't
where
even
he's
park
walking
correctly. Way to look suspicious.
in. He's going in, and a guy's coming out. And the guy coming out happens to be none other than TB12, Tom Brady himself. Paul Rudd says something like, "Hey, it's my first time. How many times you been?" And Tom says to him, "Oh, 6." A reference to those 6 Super Bowl rings.
One time to go see Madam Wang.
Boy, supposedly this was filmed months ago, and the idea was even thought of years ago before the whole Robert Kraft thing even happened, but it sure is ironic.
They questioned Tom Brady at his locker today bad. Like, hey, was this a shot at your boss? He goes, no, I promise it wasn't. It was supposed to be a whole different reason why I did that. It just happened to be a coincidence. And everyone was like, oh, sure. They weren't believing him in his locker.
I honestly, it's a lot of fun to make fun of them and take your jabs and poke at them because there are all those memes and images of Robert Kraft trying to make out with Tom Brady on the field and, this and that, and the secret whispers in the ears and the hugs and this and that. But, I think it's been a pretty classy relationship. Obviously, not every quarterback has the luxury.
Lip-on-lip contact to his owner?
Yeah. I don't know. I just like the way that, Tom has he's always seemed to have done what's best for the team as far as salary cap-wise. But at the same time, like I was going to say, not every guy has the luxury of being married to a world-famous supermodel.
Billion-dollar model.
You do realize, excuse me, you do realize, right, Dylan, that Dave and I have went over this several times when it comes to the cap. This man did no favors to anybody. None. This man is not selfless. This man never went into Robert Kraft's office and said, what?
A lot of his money guaranteed.
Take $5 million. Just take it so you can pay somebody else. No, because it's a business with a ironclad contract that has a CBA negotiated. When that paper is signed, he can't just walk in and say, you know what? I don't feel it. You know what, Giselle? She just made $125 million last week on a swimsuit shoot. You know what? Robert? $12 million this year. Take it back. You have it. No. What ends up happening every time here, people that want to be, you know what, Gulgy, shucks, Wally, he's just the Jesus guy ever. He don't need no money because his wife's making so much of it. They go to him and say, Tom, we're in a pinch. And they'll say, you know what? Because we're stuck here, the only way around this pinch is we're going to put more money in your pocket right now.
Restructure.
And that's going to give us cap relief. And you know what? Who the hell is going to go, I don't want more money right now. What? You already told me I was going to get $30 million over the next 3 years, but now you guys want to add 10 to that and stretch it out for 2 more years, but you're going to give me $10 more million right now? Well, gee golly shucks, if that's what's best for the team, I guess you can force me to do that. Stop with that narrative, people. He did it because it was what was best for his pocketbook. Otherwise, he wouldn't have done it. God, I'm sick of this Tom Brady shit because it goes to the complete asinine opposite that Tom Brady's a saint and Aaron Rodgers is a dick fuck. And I'm sick of hearing this shit.
Hey. Watch the language.
Don't
drop the D word.
I dropped the explicit on there so we can drop it.
Well, I don't care about the F word, just the D word.
For arguably the greatest quarterback in the history of the league, he has never held out, and he's never been the highest paid quarterback in the league.
He's been one of the highest, but not the highest. I remember that.
Never have you ever heard rumblings or whispers in the bushes or any sort of controversy. They've never drafted a quarterback very high.
Second round isn't very high.
They've always shipped guys out.
Like in the 50s isn't very high. That's like what? In the top 15 of the second round. That's pretty high. That's a valuable pick. And then doing it in the third round, subsequently the next year, very high.
And they trade him for a first to San Fran?
Come on, Steve.
Exactly.
Dylan, you're
immediately
an Eagles
ship
fan.
him out.
You shouldn't be doing this stuff because it's pish-posh. It's above you.
They got more value out of him after they drafted him. And they got wins out of him in the meantime while Brady was suspended.
Matt Castle, gone. Brissett, gone. Garoppolo, gone.
Gone. Go pack the cat.
Nobody threatened Stevie 12.
By the way, I can actually see him saying, gee golly shucks, too, Jay. That was a good quote. I can actually see him saying that like at a press conference, so it's actually money. Hey, Bleacher Report gridiron update 2 minutes ago. Packers and Eagles likely to have very heavy interest in A.J. Green.
I mean, who doesn't?
Did you see the Good Morning Football thing?
Yes,
the other day?
Stupid.
Why
Peter
the hell?
Schrager.
Yeah, that was dumb, and I'm glad the trade bot said no because that was a stupid
84%.
trade. That was one of the worst trade scenarios.
Did you see it, Dylan?
I did not.
Peter Schrager put up Blake Martinez and a first for what was it, AJ Green, and the trade bot declined at 84%.
Wow.
On live TV, and I loved every bit of it.
That was good.
Because it was more value in Martinez in the first than AJ Green.
I understand why people want to keep shoehorning these receiver names into Green Bay. It makes sense.
I want Sanu for like a third, and I'm happy.
Yeah, I mean, you love to envision fireworks, right? But it's not necessary. The Packers are not struggling in such a way that makes you go
Adams.
Exactly. I understand. You want to link Rodgers to big name guys and have the stack and all that. But as soon as Adams come back, I mean, talk about a problem solved. I mean, he's your number one again, and then you just have basically luxury pieces after that. If MVS goes off for a game, great. If Geronimo gets us 8 catches in a game, great. But we already have our stud in Devontae, and we can go from there.
As an outside fan, Dylan, do you feel like, from an outside fan, do you think people are doing this because, like Dave and I feel, they do this because if they don't and they say they can function just fine, they're admitting that the system they said couldn't work and the relationship between the young coach who didn't have a system and was over his skis wasn't going to work with this quarterback that was uncoachable because they don't have their star receiver. So, like, by admitting they don't need another receiver, like we're saying, like, they're just fine. Like, are they probably going to lose some games and people are going to be able to go, see, it's because they didn't have a receiver? Yeah, but you know what? They might have lost some games with Devontae Adams anyway. I mean, nobody thought they were going to go undefeated, right? But it's just one of those scenarios. But I do you feel that way at all, Dylan? Because sometimes, we gotta check ourselves outside the fan base, make sure we're not getting homerized.
No, I think a big part of it is just the natural inclination of sports writers to just make something sexy out of nothing, right? So if you can get people to click on a story, you see AJ Green, you see Green Bay Packers, and right there, I mean, you're going to get a lot of people reading the article. Dave, I see the look on your face.
Big news on the college world, folks. I know it's an NFL show, but we do follow this for the draft. Tua for Bama heads to the locker room for lower leg injury.
Again. He's had some problems back there last year.
Yeah, but didn't know he was carted.
Oh, like ACL, like knee shit? Ouch.
Yeah, they had him on a cart and
I don't like
through.
that makes my leg hurt, guys.
But anyways, sorry guys, didn't mean that. I just looked down. I got like 5 or 6 updates. I looked down and I'm like, oh, that's big.
That's not good. We don't wish any. We hope he's okay.
But anyways, back to we rabbit holed the shit out of this, guys. Rams and Falcons.
That's what we were actually talking about. Wow.
Yes, that is where we started.
Whoa, holy shit.
Michigan just dropped a 4th and goal touchdown pass in the end zone. Penn State gets ball 2 minutes left.
Not looking good for Harbaugh.
Okay.
I love it.
So do you think Ramsey helps the Rams? Because honestly, I think the Rams are going to lose this game.
There's more problems to their defense. We discussed this.
I think the Falcons are actually going to be able to beat them because I think their defense is actually going to. Their offense has been sputtering bad.
The Falcons' defense has been atrocious. That's part of the problem for them. Their defense, Dan Quinn being a horrible head coach. Falcons, I can't have any trust.
No trust? None? Not even for one game?
Look at Dylan.
Shaking his head there. It was like, hell no.
I'm giving you.
No.
No injury. They literally had to trade for Jonathan Cyprien and then had such bad luck, they put him on IR. Like, Marcus Trufant is a nobody. He's an older corner that was out of his prime about 4 years ago.
How old? He's not that old, though.
Is Trufant? He's been around for a bit.
He's not that old, is he?
Marcus is old. I don't think Desmond Trufant is that old.
Oh, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking
Desmond. But yeah,
Didn't Marcus used to play for freaking the Seahawks?
Yes.
Dude, that dude's like older than shit, isn't he?
My bad. Wrong Trufant. Anyways, Trufant, he still is. He's old, but not 30 plus. But he's with his injuries and stuff. I'm sorry, he plays like he's 35. But anyways,
man, I thought I was getting Alzheimer's over here.
Yeah,
damn, dude, that dude's still playing. Beasley, he's got to be like 40 by now. What the hell's wrong?
Beasley is on the trade block. You have the Tank McKinley that's been in and out. Deion Jones hasn't been the same linebacker since coming back.
Okay, I was just
from
trying to
injury.
get a feel like if there was a
Oh, no.
possibility here these guys could pull an
talk
upset
about this
because the
Falcons
Rams are
fans
not
down
that
here all
strong of a team right now.